Assalamu alaikum. I am so happy to see all of you here today. My name is Uroosa, and I'm so excited to finally be a part of this beautiful community. I moved here from New York just a little over a year ago. And as someone who's still getting to know the Bay Area, having all of you here truly means so much to me. Whether you're here in person or tuning in online, thank you for being here. I want to treat today kind of like a welcome party, not just for me, but for you, our youth. This is your space. I am here to serve, to listen, to learn, and to help bring your ideas for MCC's youth come to life. I've been gifted this opportunity to understand each of you, to help fill what might feel empty or missing, and to be a vessel for what this youth community can become. I wasn't always someone who felt connected to the masjid. Absolutely not. Growing up in the suburbs of New York, I went through a lot. Trouble with family, trouble making friends, and those moments of feeling lost, misunderstood, and unsure of where I really fit in. Like many of us, I had to navigate the ups and downs of school, being around people who didn't understand what it meant to be a Muslim, being first generation, trying to figure out how this American school system works while my parents kind of just scratch their heads and hope for the best. Trying to balance friendships, the joy of gaining some, and the heartbreak of losing others. Family who wanted the best for me, but didn't always show it to me in the best of ways. And on top of that, trying to learn my faith outside of what people told me was right or wrong, all while figuring out who I was. And in all of that, along with the quiet, secret pains we all carry, I couldn't breathe. I just wanted somewhere to go. Somewhere that felt grounding and peaceful. A space where I could be myself, imperfect but still loved without condition. And some days, that place just wasn't at my house. At first, the masjid was somewhere my parents brought me for weekend schools, until life got busy and complicated. And like so many families, we slowly stopped going. It wasn't until I was a young teen, right around your ages actually, in that mix of desperation when all I wanted was a place to feel safe with people who might understand me because they live similar lives, that I was finally willing to take a risk and see what the youth group was all about. And honestly, I'm so proud of that, Uroosa. If it wasn't for that 1 ounce of bravery and Allah's will, I wouldn't be here. I don't even know where I would be. In the middle of all the silent tests we go through, the ones only Allah, or maybe a close friend, or your pet cat knows about, I was desperate to find a place to call home. It was where I reconnected with Allah, it was where I felt seen, and it was where I found comfort during some of the hardest times in my life. It's also where I met my closest friends, people who helped me grow, who remind me of Allah in the best of ways, and who stood by me through the worst days. They made being Muslim in North America something to hold close to your heart. Because we live in a world where there's so much of what's haram is glorified and seen as cool, and what's halal is seen as strange. But being in youth group helped rewire my heart. It helped me see clearly. It was the first time I thought, you know what? I understand now. I actually want to be Muslim, not because I was born into it, but because I genuinely want to live my life this way. It was the first time happiness felt real, where joy and faith didn't have to compete with one another, and they could just coexist. And after that chapter of my life, I honestly thought I had found my rhythm, my people, my place, and my purpose. But like most of us, Allah has other plans. A few years later, I moved all the way across the country, from the fast pace of New York to the quiet calm of California. And even though I was excited for a new start in my new life, I won't lie, it was really hard. Because I left behind the community that raised me, the friends that felt like family, the family that would love me until the end of time, and the masjid that had become my home. And suddenly, I was back in that familiar space of being the new guy. No one really knew me, and I didn't have my backbone anymore. And that same longing, that ache to belong somewhere, came rushing all back. So I did what I had done years ago. I had to find an ounce of bravery. I turned to Allah and I made dua. I said, "Oh Allah, guide me to a place where I can serve, where I can grow, and where I can belong again." And subhanAllah, that's where He led me, here in Pleasanton, California, MCC East Bay. At first, I was just visiting this pretty big masjid of the East Bay, trying to find my footing again. But the more time I spent here, the more I realized how much potential lived within these walls. How many young people were probably craving exactly what I once did, a space to feel safe, seen, and supported. So when the opportunity came to step into this role as the youth coordinator, I felt it. It wasn't some coincidence. I'll be brave and I'll apply even though I'm a stranger. If it's written for me, this position will be mine. So I don't take this role lightly. To me, this is an amana, it's a trust, and I know what it's like to need the masjid to be more than just a building where we pray. I know what it's like to walk in hoping someone will say hi, or to wish you could just belong without having to try so hard. So my job here is simple. I want the space to be what my masjid was for me, a home, a place where faith isn't forced. It's where you can heal again, grow, laugh, cry, and really be yourself. And what better place than the home of your Creator? So when I think about you guys, I think about the version of myself who just needed someone to see her. Someone to remind her that she didn't have to have it all figured out or be the most pious to belong. I want our space to be a place where you can come as you are, imperfect, where you can ask questions, where you can laugh, where you can learn and also grow in your deen, and where you can build friendships that will be here forever. And I want us to create programs together, events, and memories that reflect who you are. Each of you has something really special to bring here, whether it's ideas, your creativity, your leadership, or even just kindness. And I want to see those things come to life here, in this masjid, and in this community, coming straight from your hearts. And I truly believe that if we show up with sincerity, and with curiosity, and with lots of love, we can build something like that. So that's what we are about. It's not just events, and it's not just programs. It's about building a sense of community, and you guys getting to know each other's names, and also being close to Allah. And I want to remind all of us that Allah will never waste a moment of our own stories. Every single challenge, heartbreak, and test that you've gone through, even the ones that nobody knows about, that they were all a part of you guys being here, in this room, or live streaming, of course, just to listen and being a part of this community. So in a closing dua, may Allah make our youth community one built on love, mercy, and light. May He make MCC a space that heals all of us, connects us to Him, and helps us support one another through every stage of our life. May the space be open for all, no matter how near or far we may feel in our deen. And may He allow us to grow together with sincerity, with purpose, and with goodness. Ameen. Thank you all for being here, and I'm so happy and so honored to serve you. So my office hours are on site Tuesday to Friday, 3 to 7 p.m., and you'll always be welcome to reach me using the information and my phone number on the MCC website. So hi, nice to meet you. I'm Uroosa. We also have the Girl Scouts. Did you guys want to give a little talk and get to know everybody here? You guys can come sit. It's anyway.
Okay, so basically we are a part of like an organization like Scouting America. You might have like formerly heard of it as Boy Scouts of America. It's basically an organization that is built on like hoping to like give children like leadership skills and like just like skills like that will help like them in like the adult life. So if you're like interested in any of that, like I'll have some flyers. It's basically, we meet every Tuesday for girls and boys. Right now we're only advertising for girls, but if you come up to her, she'll be happy to give you the contacts for younger kids and for guys. It's really fun. We meet every week. We do a lot of fun activities, and it's pretty balanced. So if you guys want to talk about your experience with it.
This is a new troop, so we joined like
2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago, and yeah, it's really fun, and it definitely gives me a lot of responsibility, but not too much that like it's overpowering. But I like that sense of responsibility, like I'm actually becoming my own person and like doing big kid stuff, I guess.
Okay, like Amaisa said, that we recently just like joined this troop. Oh, okay. Like Amaisa said, we recently like just joined this troop, and like overall, I look forward to Tuesdays because of this. Like I get to see my friends, I get to learn life skills too. For example, like first aid. Like I didn't know any of that until I got into Scouts, which is life-saving. And then also, it feels like my home, kind of like the youth area, because it's also at the masjid too. And basically, I feel like we can make writing a 10-page essay fun. It just feels like a home to me.
I'm Farheen. I'm the Scoutmaster of Troop 2981. Thank you, MCC, for allowing us to start a new troop. We were, with help of MCC, start a new girl troop in MCC in August 14th. We barely started 2 months ago, and we have around 15 girls ages from mostly high schoolers, but our troop enrolls girls from ages 11 to 18, and we are here to advise or enroll girls who are interested in meeting girls of their age, having fun together, learning life skills, going hiking, going outings, and while learning leadership skills that are very, like, we host fundraisers, we host other events, and help in volunteering, help a lot of all the scouts who you see here help in service hours. If there's a need in the community, we show up. There are service projects, and at the end of all these fun activities, they get to become eagle and brag about all the cool stuff they did. And we are all here to just ask you guys to consider enrolling. We meet at MCC from 7 to 8:30. Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn off the live stream now. So we want you to get to know Uroosa on a more personal basis, so she has some games and activities for you, inshallah. We're so happy to have her on board the team, inshallah. And then parents, now is our time for us to go outside and let our teens get to know Uroosa, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.